Jim Dad Fitness. Today we have Savage AF by Dynamic Evolutions. And here in America, there's nothing we love more than a good old fashioned comeback story. We like it when someone just completely embarrasses themselves, just makes an ass of themselves, but then comes back and redeems themselves. And we love that. We like to see the climb and the fall. And that's what we're going to try to see if we have here with the Savage AF by Dynamic Evolutions. As you can see what I'm talking about with the comeback story on my wall back here, I have the sticker for Savage AF, but I don't think I even finished the damn bottle. I'm pretty sure I gave it away or ended up tossing it because it was garbage. I bought it at a local supplement shop in Fort Wayne, Indiana, where I used to live, and the it claimed on the front cover it literally just says 115 milligrams in every scoop. Doesn't even specify what. Just says 115 milligrams, and if you look at the label, it's 115 milligrams DMAA. Well, it puts 1.3 on the label, and it did not have it in there whatsoever. It tasted like caffeine with they claimed 2 grams, about 2 milligrams of alpha but it sure as hell felt like 2 to 4. This felt like a straight up alpha party with a splash of caffeine and nothing else euphoric in it. It was not fun. It was not good, and I didn't even finish the bottle. And I'm not someone that usually likes to waste things, so that's saying a lot. And here we just have the taste test and weigh in. We'll jump into the label. But I love busting these things open, and I feel like people enjoy it. I always did back in the day, watching Uncle Eddie and his buddies bust open their pre's and stuff. Let me get my scale to yeah. And before I hop into this, I got to give a shout out. This is from Suplocker. Send me a few business cards with it as well. Put it up on the screen so you guys can see. But this is a new company, man, and I love it. I love the new company supporting small channels, and I sent those guys a Gym Dad Fitness T-shirt. They sent me a pre. I sent them the Dry Fit Athletic Cool Dry Fitting. It's like almost like a Nike Dry Fit mixed with like a compression style bit. Anyway, it's a top shelf material. It's one of the ones I don't give away for free. It actually costs money. And I sent those guys one of those, and they sent me this. They told me to pick out a pre, and this one looked intriguing for some content because just the disappointment that occurred with the one when I had 4 years ago. So I love a good redemption, like I said. So support these guys, Suplocker. They do have, last time I checked their site, they just got a slew of Dark Labs products in. They had the Helios and this one, obviously the Savage AF, and I think they had one more like SBG 75 or something like that. It's one of the ones that claim DMA. But so they don't have too many products out right now, but what they do have is straight hitters, and I'm sure that they're going to have more to come. So definitely give them a try. They ship pretty much anywhere in the United States, and they do some international shipping as well. So international followers and stuff, I know that I got some on my channel, so got to give love to you guys too. But here we have, this is the Blueberry Savage Grape. So we'll pop this baby open. Oh yeah, once you go grape, you can't escape. So if I can get my hands on a grape flavor, I'm always game for that. And this thing weighs in. We'll get into the label, but much more of a complete pre-workout than the last one too, as well. So even if the stems don't hit like the last one, there's much more of like a pump formula. And like, gosh, if there's no DMHA, this still would make for it claims we'll get to the label, but it claims the fun stuff with the HA, but even if that thing's a complete swing and a miss, like we should still have a daily driver. The last one was like complete, like worthless, like waste of a pre-workout situation. But one scoop weighs in at 19.6, and I packed that thing in pretty good. So 18.2 on the scale. So just over. We'll do the cap too, just to make sure. I like to make sure I get you guys some good feedback on scaling, just in case. What I've talked to my good friend Luis, and he remembers this one being a nice little rounded scoop is a fair game. So I think this might be one of those ones that we can have a little fun with and take a little bit more than suggested. But just want to get a good scaling. Yeah, about this. Always find this more accurate to do on the little cap. But I zeroed it out, put it on. It comes in at 19, so about 0.8 over. But from what I've read and what I've heard, is that this shouldn't be anything to worry about. There's no alpha yo in this one, so we're going to take out the grammage we weighed it in at and let this thing fly. Let me mix this thing up real quick. It's like for all you health nuts out there that like to see if there's any artificial colors, I do not see anything added on it, and it looks kind of light. Almost was curious if they added, like, I know there's that artificial color or replacement one for um, spirulina. I think they use for like blue sometimes, and it kind of looks like that. But yeah, they use a sweetener, and obviously sucrose is always in these pre's, but they use like something else called a bitter blocker, and I don't know what the hell that is, but I saw that in a um, Frenzy Labs. Demolish. I remember having that one. That one's freaking delicious. So I'm probably gonna be ready for a tasty treat here. Holy shit, that's good. Yeah, it is true. Once you go grape, you cannot escape, and you won't be able to get away from this one. It is freaking delicious, like straight up grape Kool-Aid. Yeah, I don't know what if that bitter blocker is, but the last couple of brews I've had that have claimed that, they freaking killed it. But so flavoring system, awesome. Same time, kind of spooks me out a little bit. Want to make sure the good stuff's still in here. So stay tuned for the effects. And before we move on, there's a Sup Locker one more time. Got to give those guys a shout out and check out their site. All right, let's hop into the effects. Gym Dad Fitness. Today we have Savage AF, and this one right here was sent over to me by the good people at Sup Locker. The owner, I sent him one of my high-end Gym Dad Fitness shirts. I'm gonna put the picture up on the screen right now, looking massive as this. He's told me he's trying to avoid the dad bob. He's doing a damn good job of it. But I've got to know him pretty well, and he seems like an awesome dude. So support the company, and code's just gonna be straight up Gym Dad, and you can get this hitter. And they had when I first did the weigh-in, there's only 2 other products on the site. But since then, I've talked to them, and they're going to get in the new Legit, the one I've reviewed. Go back and watch that one, see if it's still a hitter. And then they're also, if you guys went on the Toxic Tour with me, if you haven't, go back and watch those ones with Meanie Morrisouls, PA Fitness, and Fornius. So all jumped on to help me out, tackle those reviews. But freaking so much fun, great owner, and they're going to carry all the Toxic Masculinity products as well. But Sup Locker, Gym Dad Code, awesome new company coming out, and I really like to support those small little up and coming channel, supporting an up and coming supplement company. So gotta love that. And the Savage AF Pre, like I mentioned, the weigh-in, had this thing 4 years ago, claimed 115 milligrams DMAA. It was shit. It was awful. So it's time for some redemption. And we have this one, which I thought was hilarious. After doing the 115 milligrams DMAA claimed on the front, now we got loaded with B vitamins. A complete swing. Now they're claiming big time B vitamin action. You got B3, B6, B9, B12. I'm not even gonna go into the breakdown, man, because it's so fucking loaded. You're not even gonna need a B vitamin product. And anyway, label time. We're gonna fly through this kind of quick so we can get to the effects. I would like to at least list them out so anyone listening can at least hear what's going on here. We got 6 grams citrulline, 3.2 beta alanine, biotin 2.5, tyrosine 1.5, alpha GPC 600 milligrams, caffeine 375. That's a sweet spot. 2 amino 250. I skipped one there. Citrulline 250 milligrams. Erythrogenesis 200. That's another member of the DMHA type family, but that 2 amino at 250 is a nice little dosage there. Halostashine at 50 milligrams, estrogen at 50 milligrams for absorption, Cinecactive 50 milligrams, isofephephrin 30 milligrams, and Herpesine A 30 milligrams. And so effects time. So you take the drink. This one takes, you start feeling the caffeine energy, just like a normal, like, I mean, 375 is nothing to sleep on. It's pretty solid dosage. I like the 300, the 400, so right in my wheelhouse. And it comes in 15 to 20, but then you start feeling something else brewing, a good happy vibe, all straight euphoria, happiness around the 30 to 40 minute mark. It's nothing like over the top. Dogs hit the door, gotta let them in. It's nothing over the top. It's nothing like happy as a clown. It's like a very nice, positive, uplifting vibe. And I've ran this one 3 times. I decided to run this one for the 3rd time. It's Easter Sunday, just doing a push-up workout in the garage. I wanted something that wasn't going to be it's going to be a can't miss pre that wasn't going to leave me freaking out. And there's no alpha yo in this one. So it's clean, it's smooth, it comes in the 30-40 minute mark, the full on effects of it. And it's going to have you dancing, it's going to have you feeling good. It's not as high and happy as like an Aventador, but it's got no drama whatsoever. It's one of those smooth Stim Junkie pre's. If you're someone that likes Stim Junkie pre's, but you hate the anxious side effects that sometimes they bring, this one's for you. This one is a hitter that like just is not going to leave you in panic mode. It's not going to leave you post-workout scaries. This is one of those ones I used to call them the Sunday scaries. Sometimes I used to avoid like Excelsior on Sundays because the crashes would be so bad, and you're thinking about the next week and you start getting in your head a little bit. This is not one of those types of pre's. This is one of those ones if you got crazy life situations going on, stressful things, and you know that like a poor pre-workout could send you spiraling in the other direction, this is a can't misser. And it's definitely got the good stuff in. The Savage AF redeemed themselves big time for me here. Not only did they come out with a loaded label that like not just has a pump product, it's like if this had nothing in it whatsoever, you'd still be pretty satisfied with the pump product breakdown here with the 6 grams of citrulline, the betaine, the betaine and the beta alanine is a pretty solid dosage this time around. The alpha GPC, the tyrosine, like the alpha GPC focus, but it's got a very like well-rounded pre. So even if the 2-amino wasn't in here, it would still be a solid driver. But there's definitely some 2-amino action going on here. And I like to kind of like compare it to other pre's too. Let me snatch a few down for you here. Just kind of show you what kind of class it's in. Go with this one. And maybe like, yeah, I'd probably say this would be the best one I'll compare it to. Yeah, I'm gonna go with, here's what I was looking for. This is what we're looking for. This is the class this baby's in. The first one I thought about was 1MR OG, and I'll tell you why. The one flat level, very similar for both of these. It's a smooth, euphoric, slightly euphoric feeling, but it kind of leaves you wanting more. Both of them. I think that they made a nice flat level for like the intro level Stim Junkie that wants a good buzz, but nothing crazy over the top. But if you're a Stim Junkie and you want to have like a euphoric experience, both of these ones were insanely good at like a huge heaping scoop. Like heap this thing as big as you can. And if you're a Stim Junkie, you're going to be okay. I'm not recommending this for everyone. If you're just a beginner or if you're coming off a stim break, just go ahead and do a flat level. But like I took this on a Sunday and I've had some hard hitting stims this week. And so I decided to get a nice fat round scoop for me for this one, and it brought the experience up. I did it twice like that and once at a flat level. It's a nice solid DMHA. I hate when I use the term daily drivers for DMHAs, but it's like a very nice lower end beginner Stim Junkie pre at a flat level. But if you want to up the euphoric experience, definitely go ahead and round it like we did with this one and like we did with this one. All the same story for all 3 of these bad boys. All very solid pre's at a flat level. If someone was looking for a Stim Junkie pre, for instance, I got a brother-in-law that asked me, he took Bucked Up in the past and he wanted to kind of like delve into my review market and asked me where to start. And I told him to go watch the 1MR BPI. Then I led him to Prior, and then he wanted something a little more hard hitting. And so I sent him to Pillager. And so I kind of have like a stair-step approach of where I send, and he's 23, 24 years old. So obviously he's not like 16 asking me this stuff. So obviously, first off, age, you got to be 18 to play, fellas. And even then, I mean, I even take these things till I was like 22. But Savage AF, freaking awesome one. Score wise, Euphoria, I'm gonna go and give it a 9, man. Go and round that thing out and let's have a good time. Pumps a solid 8, energy 8. Overall, like sense of urgency 7. It's not gonna slap you whatsoever. No alpha yo, anything like that. And then taste was freaking amazing. I give that thing a 10. Can't beat this great flavor. But Savage AF, pick it up at Suplocker. Those guys are freaking awesome. And us in America, we love a good comeback story. And this is one. If you need a nice, solid DMHA buzz, no drama, leave you feeling good, get you dancing, man. I was doing push-up workout in the garage with the kids. It kind of had a little bit of a reminiscence of, I don't know if I have it up here right now. It might be downstairs. But yeah, I don't see it. It reminded me of the time I took Dark Horse. Dark Horse had me. I took that one when I was home with the kids one time, and man, I was listening to their little Danny Go music songs, just dancing around, having a good time between sets. And when I took this thing at a mass heaping scoop, I was getting some like Dark Horse euphoric vibes. So I knew that there's something good brewing in this thing. It doesn't feel like Jungleland's, but at the same time, it wasn't like as crazy happy as like a Coco Labs DMHA. But if it is Jungleland's, it's a damn good source. and it feels like a pretty solid source of DMHA. I will say this one claims geranium. This one is just flat out says 2-amino, and I think it's in there, man. I think they got a good dosage over there. I mean, 250 for a flat level. I don't know about that. But if you take a nice chunky fat heap and scoop, I think you're going to get that 250 milligrams. But anyway, definitely pick this product up. Look at suplocker.com. Check out their other products as well. Code JimDad, knock you off some cash. And like, subscribe. Thanks for joining today. Happy Easter to everyone out there. You'll probably be watching this on a Monday, so hope everyone had a killer Easter Sunday, got their own garage gym workout in. Talk to you later.